Emotional Freedom Technique, EFT, for relationships. The emotional freedom technique, also known as tapping, has been proven to help manage anxiety, stress, and trauma. It can also support us in cultivating healthy relationships. The first time I discovered the emotional freedom technique, often shortened to EFT, or referred to simply as tapping, I was participating in Gabby Bernstein's Anxiety Relief Challenge. Starting my day sitting on my meditation cushion, I logged into the self-help author's coaching app to discover what the morning's meditation would be. As I dropped into the moment and let myself receive the guided meditation, my curiosity was piqued at the instructions I was being given. Instead of being led through familiar breathwork or visualizations, here was Bernstein prompting me to vocalize my stress and tap on seemingly random parts of my body. Always wanting to understand the why before embarking on a new healing modality, I had to temporarily quiet the investigative part of my brain and be willing to learn through experience, to let myself tap and ask questions later. When the meditation was complete, the stress I'd been so bothered by that morning felt far away, like something from the distant past that was no longer relatable. The only questions left on my mind were, what makes this so effective? And where can I learn more? What is EFT? Taking Robin Bilazarian's workshop on EFT for physical and emotional pain, it was quickly revealed to me that there had been nothing random about the tapping technique I experienced in Bernstein's meditation. Instead, ancient wisdom informs the modern methodology. Drawing from the same roots in traditional Chinese medicine, TCM, that inform acupuncture and acupressure, EFT engages with specific lines of energy in the body, known as meridians, to balance disturbances in your energy field. This is done by tapping acupressure points at each of the following spots on the body: the side of the hand, the top of the head, the space between the eyebrows, the side of the eyes, underneath the eyes, under the nose, the tip of the chin, the collarbone, underneath the arm. As you tap on these acupressure points, you can release anxiety, stress, limiting beliefs, unhelpful patterns, and even physical pain. The key to experiencing this relief is by talking about the issue. Why you tap? Tapping on these acupressure points brings harmony to the meridians and communicates to the brain that it's safe to relax, bringing us out of the fight, flight, or freeze response. By inducing this state of relaxation, while we talk about our problem, we train ourselves to release the charged feelings that we've been attaching to the issue. We teach our nervous systems that it's safe to feel our feelings. YF for relationships. While tapping is often used to treat physical pain, specific fears and phobias, PTSD, and anxiety, it can also be leveraged to help us feel more comfort, freedom, and safety in our relationships. When we're feeling triggered in our relationships, we may be propelled into a fight, flight, or freeze state. We can even get stuck in fight, flight, or freeze for an extended period of time if we've been under a lot of stress or experiencing increased conflict, making it challenging for us to de-escalate and meaningfully connect with our partners. Learning to utilize EFT gives us a coping mechanism to turn to when we're struggling in our relationships. Whether we're feeling anxious about being vulnerable and opening up in new ways, or we're struggling to release resentment from an argument, EFT can help us regulate our nervous systems and experience a sense of safety within ourselves that will help us show up in a more regulated, grounded way when we engage with our partners. How to practice EFT at home. Guided tapping meditations and videos can be a helpful way for us to get familiar with the modality. However, we can experience greater transformation when we make the practice our own and use language that resonates with what we are experiencing on an individual level. While tapping on the statement "I feel anxious" may very well make you feel less agitated, tapping on the statement "I feel anxious talking about finances with my partner" will be more helpful in liberating you from what's holding you back and can help empower you to take positive action in your relationship. To effectively practice EFT on your own, follow these steps. Get to the root of what's bothering you in your relationship. Notice the emotions you're feeling. Are you anxious, angry, sad, scared? Settle into your body and check in with yourself. If you feel multiple emotions, focus on the one that feels the strongest. Then, sit with that emotion. What is it connected to? Maybe you know the answer right away, or maybe you need to journal about it. On a scale of 1 to 10, measure how much this emotion is bothering you. This will help you track the effectiveness of the technique when you're finished. Create a statement based on your root issue. A good statement to take through it includes the feeling you're working on, as well as what's triggering it, followed by words of self-acceptance. For example, even though I feel anxious talking about finances with my partner, I deeply love and accept myself. Open the practice. To start, tap steadily on the side of your hand. As you tap, you will verbally repeat your statement 3 times. Move through the acupressure points. Adhering to the following sequence, tap the different spots on your body while repeating your statement. Make sure you repeat your statement twice before moving on to the next acupressure point. The side of the hand. The top of the head. The space between the eyebrows. The side of the eyes. Underneath the eyes. Under the nose. The tip of the chin. The collarbone. Underneath the arm. Repeat this sequence 2 more times. Check in with yourself. Take a deep breath and think about your issue again. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bothered do you feel about it now? Hopefully, your score is down to a 1 or a 2. If so, you can be done with the practice. If you're still feeling anxious or overwhelmed, run through the steps again until you feel soothed. Goddess of the All, that is, great change approaching. Children, gather near and feel my comfort. Am who I am. I am the goddess of the All, that is, the divine feminine, that surrounds and nurtures you on your cold nights, and ignites your inner fire on your dark nights. I am all. I am the maiden, the mother, the wise woman, the crone. I am she who gives life and she who assists in transitioning life. When life is over you come into my arms, my embrace. If you have been close to me it is a great mercy, that in the split seconds and times that the soul is released it gravitates towards the masters it knows. You know me, I am the great mother of the All, that is. Some call me Mary, others call me the Great Lady, and still others refer to me as the feminine aspect of the gods that were, that are, and that will be. I nurture you now. I feed you with my nourishment. There is great change shortly approaching on your near horizon, and it will change you. It will permanently alter what you perceived as normal, and you will grow. As in all seasons there is great change on the trees, there is budding of new leaves, the grand unfolding of summer, the glory of fall, and the stillness of winter, in the darkness and the absence of leaves. Yet the evergreens are always green with promise of yet another vibrant season ahead. Nature takes and nature gives. Just as there is darkness that is very brief during an eclipse, so too does that planetary alignment end, and the energy is forever new. You will be forever changed, forever new, forever reborn if that is your wish, for, as the 11:11 approaches, and you are in this window now, you will be forever changed, forever expand. As the great mother of many systems and Earth-like realms, I can say with great assurance that you are quite close to planetary ascension. The ascension struggles of your own hearts and preconceived notions of what is to be expected is closing in so that you may expand. One must accept their inner darkness with love so that it may expand into light. And that is what you have been doing, many of you. Some are yet to do this. Some are enraged and struggling in this now, as there were some outcomes that they did not expect. And this is always so unearthly, for your senses are dimmed and your perceptions are altered, for you see through your programmed sense of the preconceived notions of what should be. Many divine fingerprints are all over you, all over your lives, your hopes and dreams. I hear them. I see you. I, your divine mother, am speaking, and I hold you close to my heart. I wish that you could feel the intensity of love within this message. This one has taken to wearing the moon symbol to feel more close to me, for I am in the moontide, the silent of the dark, and the quiet of the early morning. I am in the glorious buds of springs, and the howling winds of the dark winters. I am everywhere, and I am within you. For you are part of my breath, and your bodies of earth, for earth herself is an aspect of me, just as she is your planetary mother. I am your universal mother, and I love you as my own, for you are my own. You are my precious child. You are simply having an adventure upon the dream world. In your dreams you are far more awake. In your meditations you tap into this power of the awakened self on the other side. I encourage more meditation, more quiet, for it is about to get very, very loud on your world. Loud with protests, loud with calamity, loud with sorrow. And yet joy is all around. Joyous laughter can be loud. Find the strong sense of joy, of elation, of peace. As these times approach, there will not feel to be much of this. You must find it within you. No one else will give it to you. This is the great mystery, that you yourselves are what you seek. That you yourselves are what you need. That you yourselves are your own deliverers. And so it is. Lay your head on my heart and feel the beating rhythm of peace. Be comforted. I am your universal mother, your goddess, your friend. I am there when you take your first and last breaths, and the millions of breaths in between. It is up to you to find me, and hear my voice. I am all around you. I am in the stillness of the morning. And the stillness of your thoughts. Invite me and we usher in the Christed consciousness, with the Divine Sophia. I am the aspect of the Divine Sophia. In ancient times they called me the Great Goddess, and worshipped me with sacrifices of flowers, of herbs and honey cakes. I never asked for human sacrifices. That was a darker energy of a more ancient time, where my wants were overlaid with misunderstanding. But I will say that your greatest offering to me can be your trust, putting your hand in my hand, and feeling the power of love, feeling the motherly embrace that I freely give to all of my children. You may receive me with open hearts, clear minds, open hands. In turn I offer you my strength in the coming days, and I believe you will find that you are more than ready, more than strong enough for this, and very capable for the changes at hand. You will be creating the new heaven, and the new earth, a realm of conjoined regions in harmony. Heavenly energies will be within your hearts, if you allow them. The timeline split is heavily upon us, or lightly upon us. I prefer lightly upon us, but nonetheless it is here. Choose wisely. You will learn from either path, to be sure. But most definitely the time is here now. Subtle shifts you will begin to notice. Abundance of life is yours. Abundance of joy is within you. It is all within you. I am here to assist you, to hold you, to comfort you, to walk with you. I am who I am. I love you most tenderly. I am. In the times of old, of the priestesses and priests, you would walk with me in the early morning mists, and we would be in silent communion. You would see me in nature, in the wild rose, in the brown shining light of the dusk glance. You would see me. There is much cacophony approaching, and it will be work to find the stillness within. But it is still there waiting to be found. This is what the great masters have prepared for. This is the time of the great unveiling of truths, and half-truths and falsities. Of atrocities revealed, of deceptions prevailed, and the populace as a whole will be blindsided with pained rage, like a wounded animal who didn't understand the depth of their captivity. You are to be the pillars of peace, of quiet hope, and a solid presence of light. You are the light warriors, the light pillars. More light is coming. I see much more light coming, and I see you embodying much of this light in the times ahead. Be at peace. I am the goddess of the all, that is. I embrace you. You are most loved. Peace. The creators, when will the spaceships come and take you to 5D? We are here for you. We are the creators. We are a 12th dimensional collective of non-physical beings, and we are here to help. You are taking yourselves to a new level of consciousness, and, as you do that, you must make peace with everything that you have ever done, everything that you have ever been, and that holds true for the others who you are sharing this experience with you as well. That is why you are not escaping to the fifth dimension. That is why you are not just going to board a spaceship and go to another Earth-like planet to get away from all of the chaos and all of the people who are responsible for the chaos in your eyes. It is because whatever you are experiencing on your planet right now is meant for you to see, to acknowledge, and then to heal and forgive. It is the path of integration. It is the path of facing what is there, what is yours, your creations. This ascension is not about escaping, and it never has been. It's not about separation, and it never has been about separation. Therefore, you can all rest assured that everything on Earth, as it is right now, is as it needs to be in order to give you all the opportunities to experience what you're facing in a new way. Take garbage, for example. You have probably lived many years of your life without ever thinking about the garbage that you throw away, and where it goes, and what happens to it, and the impact that it has on the rest of you. But that's been going on for so long that now you have to face the garbage. You have to make decisions about what to do with it. And some people will see it as an opportunity. Some people will notice that the garbage has value, and that you don't have to just put it as far away from all of you as possible. Some will see potential energy within the garbage and figure out a way to derive energy from it. Artists, of course, will go through garbage heaps looking for inspiration, looking for something that they can turn into a project that is beautiful in its resulting image. And this is the way that you need to look at everything that is on Earth and of Earth at this time, and that includes all the people that you share the planet with who disagree with you on several hot-button topics. It's all meant to be reclaimed, it's all meant to be reseen, and you are the ones who are capable of doing this. You are the ones who are ready to receive this message, which is why you are receiving it. And we know that you all have gifts and abilities that you haven't tapped into yet, but that you will. We know that you will have inspired ideas, new perspectives, and new ways of approaching your lives that will benefit you and everyone else. And we are excited to see what those of you who are awake can do with your current set of circumstances there on Earth, because we believe in you, and we invite you to believe in yourselves and in your abilities to bring humanity to the next level of consciousness. That's what this ride is all about. We are the creators, and we love you very much. Saint Germain, is humanity headed for more chaos? I am Saint Germain, keeper of the violet flame. You take yourselves to extremes at times, because you like to come back to the middle. You like to find the peaceful balance point once again. You enjoy a little chaos, when you know that it will be easy for you to come back to center, to come back to a calm, cool, collected state. In other words, you like feeling as though you can control those times when you feel out of control. And those other times when you don't feel like you are the one controlling the amount of chaos you are experiencing usually result in you feeling afraid. You start to question what will happen next, and you wonder what that person is going to do next, and so on. It is important for you to remember that you will always be the ones controlling how much you experience of one thing or another. If you feel out of control, or like the chaos is taking over, you need to remind yourselves that you are creating all of this, and you are safely doing so within your own soul's energy. Not only are you never separate from Source, but you never operate outside of Source. And what could be safer than being nestled in the bosom of Source? We all always are, no matter how it looks, no matter how it feels, no matter how it seems. We trick ourselves at times into believing that we are not, because we feel like it's worth the pain, and the fear, and the anguish to do so, but eventually everyone always comes back to center, and to the recognition of who they really are. You are doing it while awake in your physical bodies, and you are there as reminders to everyone else of what that looks like and feels like so that others may benefit from your presence. Remember that the simulation is your simulation, and you are both the player of the game and the creator of the game. You can remind yourselves of these truths on a more regular basis, but especially have them written down so that you access these truths when you are feeling out of control, when you are feeling that someone else is in control of your life, your destiny, your reality. Nothing could be further from the truth, but you often can convince yourselves of these falsehoods because you ultimately like having certain experiences that you can only have while they're in a physical body, on a planet that is experiencing so much duality and polarity. Remember that you are never really polarized. It's just an idea. It's just pretend polarization, but you are always united. We are always one. And so, if someone comes to you with their extreme views on something, and you know that these views do not serve the greatest and highest good of all, remember they are just pretending. It's not the real them, and you get to decide how you see that person, and from what level of consciousness you interact with them. This is a time not to get sucked into anyone else's chaos, anyone else's story, or anyone else's polarized views. If you do, you will enjoy the ride back to center, but it's better to be aware of these things and to recognize that you don't have to get caught up in some political debate with someone. You don't have to get into a heated argument with someone whose views are entirely different from yours. You can relax and take deep breaths and remember who they really are and who you really are, and that there's no real separation between you and that person. Beliefs are temporary and they will change, but who you really are never changes. Who we all really are never changes, and to remember that is especially important at this time where it seems like humanity is headed for more chaos. You are the ones who will stabilize the energies of planet Earth at this time, because you know that someone has to do it, and it might as well be those of you who are awake. I am Saint Germain, keeper of the violet flame. Source: arrayoflight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light. Click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.